What is going on, Corey Gang Fish fam? Welcome back to your favorite Monday show. Welcome back to Fish for Thought. I'm your host, Chris, and we're about to get it started with some fish tank review. My extremely obese fish went on Ozempic. Holy sheesh. That is the fattest neon tetra I've ever seen in my life. That is not dropsy. Is that dropsy? I don't think that's just food. Ozempic must be a joke right now, because that's definitely not just food. That is maybe some swim bladder issues. Bro looks like me after all you can eat hot pot with the boys. Bro looks like a character straight out of those old time cartoons when they eat too much. If you ask me, bro is 100% a goner. It doesn't look like dropsy per se because the scales aren't pine coning. However, apparently they just kept up with some usual water changes and feeding normally, and the fish went back, reverted to a much normal size. Still quite a fat neon tetra, but not in the way that we saw right there. I wonder what happened. Bro is so fat, he's bending his vertebrae. He went from a fish that is relatively streamlined to a fish that is like curved upwards permanently. Bro was looking up to the heavens by default. I wish there was a video of this guy swimming because I wanted to see how that was being achieved on this guy's end. The fins are all displaced out of the proper location. I am really glad for you that somehow this is a survivor story. This neon looks pretty much completely normal. That is a survivor, no doubt. I am always 2 steps ahead. No way! What the? Neoncado avocado. Top 0.17% earner on only fish. Kill me now. Not this early on a Monday. Oh my. The I am always 2 steps ahead comment destroyed me just now. Ain't no way, bro. How'd you come up with that? Dude must have taken the biggest dump in fish history relative to body size. I would love to have seen that dump. You could jump rope with that strand of poo. To be fair, it was probably like not one singular dump, but it must have been satisfying. I know something about that. It was egg bound. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. This is quite the insightful comment. Bro was not a bro at all. Pregnant neon tetras do get big bellies like that, and it doesn't look like dropsy, and this potentially is the actual explanation for why it got so big. So the survival was basically just a chance thing. Even though the owner didn't do anything to help pass the eggs passed by themselves, luckily. If it didn't pass this, fish would have died. But luckily it passed for some reason, and then the fish reverted back to normal size. That makes a lot of sense. Egg bound explains it all. Honestly, something I didn't know could happen to neon tetras, and it must be pretty rare because we don't see this quite often. I wonder what are some water parameters that we should look out for to keep our fish from getting egg bound in the first place, and what we can do about it once we realize they are. On the top of my dome, I can think of just keeping up the water quality first and foremost, the proper husbandry, and if it does still get egg bound, probably some Epsom salt baths. I feel like salt treatments for freshwater fish is just something you do for a myriad of illnesses or unlucky things like egg bound. Let me know in the comments if you know more about this. Happy Face sent in their 66-gallon low-tech dirted tank with rummy nose tetras, ember tetras, Congo tetras, neon rainbows, and snails and shrimp. This is a marvelous scape, a gigantic tank, perfect stocking. The hardscape flows smoothly with the help of the background Vallisneria. The leading lines of the vallis go into the Limnophilus acelliflora on the other corner. I'm not too sure what the foreground plants even are. The only thing I would change would be the substrate color. It's a little too warm for me. Nevertheless, it is getting my 5 out of 5. Keep up the amazing work. And the photo quality, the timing of the photo really shows off this tank. I just received this Galaxy Loach today. Wow, that is the longest Galaxy Loach I have ever seen in my life. Even in my wildest dreams, even if I'm having an actual lucid dream, Galaxy Loaches don't get that long. Somebody is getting fired. Someone made a grave mistake here. For those of you who don't know, this is more like what a Galaxy Loach is. Although, you know, there could be different ways to call it things, but I feel like that's kind of pushing it a little bit. This is in reality a spiny eel, so not very close at all, actually. This is a whole eel, ladies and gentlemen. But I guess I could see how someone would mess this up. It's not like they got the galaxy loach confused with a pearl gourami. At least it's kind of like a bottom dweller, kind of long, similar pattern. Honestly, I mean, maybe OP is a super huge fan of the galaxy loach and was dying to own their first galaxy loach. But for me, the spiny eel, much cooler creature, just not the same. Fat Zebra sent in their 15-gallon shrimp tank. They did not keep fish for the last 15 years, but they were hooked into the hobby by their father who passed away. Rest in peace, Fat Zebra's father. This looks like the 15-gallon Fluval Flex. The Oko stonework transitioning to the back woodscape. I love that there's cherry shrimp in here. They fully enjoy the little crevices that the Oko stone make. A lot of mosses in here. We got a shrimp stick in the middle. Welcome back to the hobby. Hope you're here to stay. 4.1 out of 5 for now. Keep it up. Up or down? This is my first time doing this. Okay, so this is the up version and that is the down version. What do you guys think? Up or down? This guy says down, but angled toward the back. That is exactly what I feel as well. Up looks all right. Don't get me wrong, but in my opinion, it looks a bit tacky. And in nature, this could be a stump and the stump's roots usually point down. But having this orientation kind of blocks off the rest of the tank. It doesn't feel like the front of the tank is the front. But if you angle it towards the back, pull the roots forward, that's going to open up the tank and preserve the natural look of this stump. R7 sent in their 5-gallon Ember Tetra and Cherry Shrimp tank. This is a small but powerful scape, a 5-gallon tall, utilizing the space beautifully with the stem plants. Even got a bit of a carpeting action on the bottom. It's honestly not the best dimension for tetras or any streamlined fish or dither fish because they love horizontal shaped tanks. I would instead put a few bachelor endlers in here or maybe even a betta fish short finned female. All females are short finned, Chris, but I am digging the scape. 4.45 out of 5, keep it up. Not sure if my dude is broke or a reincarnated water quality control specialist. Oh shoot, neither bro. Your Amano shrimp has evolved past the normal intelligence of Amano shrimp. I don't know how it learned this, but bro is taking advantage of knowing that it can just grab the particulates on the water surface. It's actively evolving into a bamboo shrimp as we speak. The 06 Drummer sent in their 14-gallon Dutch style inspired tank stocked with Neocaridina shrimp and Siamese dwarf rasbora, which are really amazing. I never heard of Siamese dwarf rasboras before. This is kind of what they look like. Amazing. The dwarf rasbora scene is so crazy. They have new species being highlighted every day, and I love all of them. I also really love this tank. The colors are very vibrant and popping. I'm not sure if this is on purpose, but you have the blue hue. Drop checker showing blue, which means you don't have enough CO2 in the water column. I love the cool shrimp feeding tube right here. You drop the food from up top and it goes all the way to the bottom and the shrimp gather here. A 4.3 out of 5, keep it up. Anybody else's pleco do this? What kind of question is that? Literally everybody's pleco, except for the neurodivergent ones. Oh, and there it goes, into the pleco dimension. A little easier to find than the shrimp dimension. However, good luck getting this bad boy out. Also, my last experience like this wasn't with a pleco, but with 3 of the dumbest reticulated hillstream loaches known to mankind. I love the way they swim in the current. Oh man, these bala sharks, they are beautiful, but huge. And in comparison to the danios, not sure if they're giant danios, but these bala sharks can grow even more. And I'm not sure if this tank is big enough. All right, it's better than most, don't get me wrong, and it's planted and everything, and we are on our side. But hey, if you have plans to upgrade in the future, that would be great. My neck hurts now. They look healthy, they look happy for the most part. I would also try to get a lid on that. I mean, if they haven't jumped now, perhaps they won't jump, but never want to risk that, right? These bala sharks are getting up in size though, man. They starting to look like tilapia. Forever remembered. Aw, rest in peace, little betta fish. I'm assuming that's why the caption is forever remembered. Yep, that is a feeling that a fish keeper, a betta keeper, does not forget easily. I still remember every time my fish did this. To feel chosen and loved by a fish. One of 500 reasons why you should get a betta fish if you've never had one, or get one even though you've had one and you're thinking about kickstarting back that fish keeping hobby right now. Get yourself, after FTR, jump on it, man. Get yourself cycled. Betta fish are precious. Don't buy from PetSmart or Petco. Buy from a local fish store that treats them right. No fertilizer, no substrate, no problem. Wondering if it's even worth it to add the substrate and reorganize. If it looks like this, I don't see a reason, but just hold on. I thought all of this was Java fern, which that would make perfect sense. Like, you don't need substrate at all for massive clumps of Java fern. Upon further and closer inspection, it's just mostly swords. Now I'm confused. Anyone else with me on this? After 6 months, most of it should have died or rotted away because they're heavy root feeders. Maybe that's a lie. Maybe we've been told a lie, guys. See, this is what the fish keeping hobby is all about. Nothing is black and white. This guy's raising swords that are seemingly healthy and thriving actually, without substrate. Anyone else want to try this with me? My roommate, everyone. Bruh, is a guppy a kind of fish or a stage of fish? I'm so confused. Horrific lack of research aside, I do firmly believe for most people, guppies are just a phase. For those that keep guppies so long that it goes over their phase, they usually do something amazing with it. They breed their own line or they have the most gorgeous looking guppies. It's either that or they have the craziest, worst guppy tank I've ever seen, overcrowded to the T, overrun with the guppies that are inbred. Or you just move on from the guppy phase altogether. Tell me I'm wrong. Before you tell me I'm wrong, tell your roommate that yes, guppies evolve into Garneri killifish, which then evolve into female bettas, and then a bala shark. That's how it goes. 4-stage evolution. Pokemon. Will chlorine in tap water evaporate if I leave the tap water out for a day before using it for the fish tank? Yeah, chlorine's gonna get out of there, bro. But you know what won't evaporate? Your sins of the past, unless you repent. And heavy metals, chloramines. Check with your local water supply. Who do you even ask for that? Call someone up. Call up your water guy. Come on. Don't tell me you don't have a water guy. Aquafina? Oh my. At least it's not Dasani, I guess. Chlorine is only 1/3 of the battle. Chloramines and heavy metals are not gonna be able to evaporate. They need to be neutralized with neutralization. Science. Liminal space as aquarium. Welcome to the pool rooms. Great subtitle. You know, if this was like 100 times bigger of a space, I would say I'd be comfortable with turtle in it. A deeper area of water and a bigger area to sunbathe. So not this tank, I guess. Something completely different. Thanks for saying nothing, Chris. Pearl Gourami at my work found a cool hat. Oh my goodness, that is the cutest frickin' thing. I don't know what it is about like animals and putting stuff on their bodies and looking fashionable. It's so cute. And this duckweed gourami, iconic. It's too late for this gourami. The duckweed has infested its body and it will spread. 200-gallon saltwater fish tank with stand. I am surprised it can withstand both of you in there. Honestly, this is high effort to sell your fish tank. For $700 after you've bathed in it though, yum yum yum. I'll only buy it if it contains the same water. What? Definitely overstocked though. One bowel movement is all it takes to crash the entire system. I saw this absolute monstrosity on Marketplace. Vertical beta fish tank. The pet markups are crazy. This is why you never buy general stuff like outlets or timers at a pet shop. Always just go to your home hardware store. Case in point, this random tube, which putting a betta fish in here is diabolical. The betta fish is gonna die trying to swim from under there to the top of the water surface. It won't make it, it's gonna get vertigo. Everything can be a fish tank if you're creative about it. What's stopping the seller from selling his own asshole? What a great place to end. End of the video club. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way till the end, boosting the algorithm. But before I let you guys go, here's this week's Katwa. What is your favorite centerpiece fish of 2025? Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you guys there. I'm gonna be hearting all your comments, giving you some love. Yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, please smash that like button and subscribe. There'll be more videos to come, and don't forget to get your hands wet. Tetra, we in a spot, coming in hot. Ventral fin dot, acclimate that. Where my shoal at, cure my fin rot. From Cariciformes to Paracherodon. Hold on, there's not another fish that you can wish for. Lit fam sus, I finna one. I finna gone 3 days without furt. I'm an addict, like fanatic. I'm a baddest, no tabs, only dirt. My Cory gang so loyal, black Tetra go skirt. We came to play, came to silence.